Learn to be alone. I don't mean it as an antisocial way. I don't mean it as a freaking Discord mod way. I mean it as actually just learn to be alone, because relying on other people means relying on something you can't control. If you can't control something, 9 times out of 10 it's probably better to find a way to control it. And people, you can't control people. No, I'm not saying you should, not connect with people. Learn to not be dependent on them. Connection with people is a very important thing. It's in our body, psychology. We long for it. What I'm saying is, learn to detach when shit hits the fan and your friends backstab you or stuff they engage in. You should learn to be alone. Now I have a few examples of that from my experience. I have a friend. He is the laziest person I've ever met. He preaches all of this escape the matrix stuff, self-improvement stuff. He goes to the gym 3 times a week. I don't even count that because of how he works out, but he is staying in the same grade next year. Why? Because he skipped school endlessly. Because he thought that, okay, if I skip school and stay home, I'm actually doing self-improvement because I'm not going by the rules of the Matrix. That was his opinion. But quite frankly, he is actually doing the opposite, because 1, he's not even getting good grades, so he won't be able to get a normal job. A normal job. I'm not saying being a millionaire, but a normal job at this rate. And 2, he's not even opening a business or starting a channel or anything. You speak to him about it, you're telling him, look dude, at least do something, plan B. He says no. He gives you a bunch of different examples, excuses, other than actually taking action. He doesn't realize that taking action is better than just learning and watching self-improvement videos like this one. If you watch this video and don't take action, then it's not worth it. But anyways, he thinks that watching self-improvement stuff and informative videos actually help more than taking action. No, that's the opposite. You should take action and watch self-improvement and informational videos as a backup, as a little booster, but the main drive should be action. He uses the motivational videos and bullcrap as his main drive. That's bad. You know why? The amount of media you consume in one day is a shit ton, if I'm being honest. Even if you're like me, trying to cut down screen time, the media we consume and information in general we consume is a shit ton. So watching a few improvement videos don't get ingrained in your brain that well, like as much as you think. It's not like remembering to breathe. Your body knows how to do that. Watching some guy's self-improvement video doesn't get ingrained in your brain. So just watching that and not actually taking action amounts to nothing. It amounts to watching corn. It's basically the same thing. So that friend does that. He engages in all of that behavior. I tried for a whole year to change this man, and I learned the hard way that you can never control people. People control their own actions. That's just the way it is. So why go out your way and try to change other people when you can just change your environment or change the people you're around with physically? Not talking about the person himself. I'm saying change the people you're around with. So yeah, I just think that's a better solution than trying to change other people or being, relying on other people. And when doing that, a lot of the times it'll take time, right? So you'll be alone. Same things, go with relationships, dating. It's the same thing, just, the different side of the coin. And you'll need to know how to be alone, because if you don't know how to be alone, you'll be depressed as hell. You'll always think about it, so just try to find ways to cope with it. Now you might be asking, how do you cope with it? Have a goal that doesn't revolve around people. Let's say you like music. You like listening to music. You want to start playing. You don't know how to. Start playing music. Start playing guitar. Start learning it. Then maybe start uploading videos about it. You see where this is going, right? Same thing goes with fitness. Same thing goes with self-improvement. Same thing goes with every single thing in your life. Find it, find something you like, improve on it, maybe make money on it in the future, then keep it going, evolve, and don't rely on other people, because that's the biggest trap. If you rely on a different person, he could just, backstab you. And what now? You didn't have armor in your back, you didn't have any backbone to keep you from that stab, so what are you gonna do now? You gotta build that before that happens, okay? Because I learned the hard way. If you lean into people emotionally too much, when shit hits the fan, you'll learn quickly how much more painful it is. Much more painful than accepting the fact that most of your life, you'll be alone. At the end of the day, when you come back home, when you sit in your room, you're alone. When you go to sleep, you're alone most of the time if you're not in a relationship. But yeah, physically, you only have you. You only have you. So learn how to accept it. And it's not a bad thing. It's actually a very powerful tool. Because if you would be reliant on other people, and vice versa, then you won't actually be able to do anything. You'll be focused on other stuff that aren't as important. But if you're alone, that's very powerful. Very powerful. You could have a goal, go straight forward, and your road will be bumpy, but you won't go to the wrong destination at least. You will keep going that way, because if somebody else is in the back seat yapping your ear off, you might take a wrong turn. He might tell you, go left, when you know it's right, and you go left because you trust him, and turns out you were right. You should have taken the right turn, right? So same thing goes with friendships, relationships, even family. You gotta, family's very important, but you gotta keep an eye out for that. Anyways, that's my insight for this whole thing. Just be alone. Learn to be alone. That's it.